Hello everybody, I just got out of court here for Joshua Cota's hearing. Now, let me tell you a little bit of background information as to why today was important. So Joshua Cota is 34 years old and he is accused of murdering Leo Melendez, who is a Somerton barber, back in May of 2022. Now, him and his brother Joshua Cota and Johnny Valenzuela, all three of these people are accused of murdering this Somerton barber, 27-year-old Leo Melendez. And today was very important because it was his plea agreement day. Now, what does that mean exactly? Joshua Cota was offered a plea deal by the prosecutor's office for second-degree murder and 20 years behind bars. And just exactly what does that mean? A plea deal is something that the prosecutor's office and the defense attorney kind of come together to negotiate so that they could offer this to him. Now, I've been in contact with the victim's family of Leo Melendez, more specifically his mother, who is very upset from the beginning of this, of them killing her son, Leo Melendez, and she was not happy at all with this plea deal. Now, Miss Edith Martinez spoke to our cameras and really showed her frustration with this. And it's worth noting that this isn't the first plea deal that has been offered to Joshua Cota. Now, in late November, a first plea deal was offered to him and it was denied by Judge Roger Nelson. He denied this plea deal, which coincidentally was the same deal, second-degree murder for 20 years in prison, and he denied it. The victim's family gave some very powerful statements during that first hearing back in November. Some things worth noting is that the mom basically talked about her unfairness, her fear, hurt, and her want for the defendant to be punished. Leo Melendez left behind 2 children, and one of them also wrote a very powerful letter to the judge, basically pleading to him that he put these men behind bars as he has suffered tremendous loss. Now, back in November, when that plea deal was denied by Judge Nelson, the family was led to believe that they would go to trial. Unfortunately, that did not happen, as it was announced last month that there was another plea deal in the works. We are unsure how exactly this second plea deal worked and why it happened, but it did, and that was today. And today it was accepted by the new judge, Miss Claudia Gonzalez, who sided with the prosecutor's office and defense attorney and was willing to negotiate, and basically said that the plea deal is accepted because nothing will undo the harm Leo Melendez has endured, nor the victim's family, but at least the defendant is going to be found guilty of something. In other words, basically saying that something is better than nothing, we want to presume. Again, this case goes way back to 2022 when Leo Melendez was shot in his own garage, and these 3 suspects are the current ones behind bars. Mr. Joshua Cota is the first out of the 3 to have a plea deal and sentence. Now, his sentencing day is scheduled for next month. Right now it's as of November 16, 2024 at 3 p.m. and that is the day they will basically just send him off for the plea deal agreement, which is 20 years. The other 2, his brother Gregorio Cota and Johnny Valenzuela, have pending court dates sometime throughout this year, and they have not been offered a plea deal. The family spoke to me after this hearing and basically said that they're scared now that if the presumed murder, as it says that Joshua Cota is the one who actually pulled the trigger, if he is only being offered 20 years, they fear that the other 2 are going to be left free. Now, the family has been more than willing to talk to us, and again, they believe that this is a huge injustice. As for Joshua Cota, he is currently serving at the Yuma Sheriff's Detention Center right now, where he's being held and processed. We are unsure right now what prison he is going to be transferred to, but as soon as we know of that information, we will let the public know. Another thing worth noting is that the statement victims swayed the first plea deal back in November. Going back to November, that first plea deal, the statements were kind of what swayed the judge to deny it. Again, they gave some very powerful statements. The mom, the brothers, the sisters, even the aunts, the children, everybody kind of said something in regards to why they believe that Joshua Cota does not deserve second-degree murder, that he deserves first-degree murder. And we have to remember, in the state of Arizona, first-degree murder is life in prison. So they believed that he deserved life in prison. The judge at the time, Roger Nelson, sided with the victims and also decided to not accept the plea deal. So today was his second plea deal in the works. There wasn't as much of a ruckus as there was last time. Last time there was supporters, a lot more victims' family, and a lot more family from Joshua Cota present. This time it was only a handful of people, about 3 people on Joshua Cota's side and about 5 people on the victim side. And it was very emotional when the judge said that she accepted this plea deal, that she agreed to the terms and gave her reasons, for accepting those. And she sympathized with the family, understood that they have endured a tremendous loss, and that she believes that she's doing the right things according to the court and under the state law and federal law as well. So we are going to have more information on his sentencing date, which again is November 16, 2024 at 3 p.m. here. Joshua Cota is going to be sentenced to his plea agreement deal, which is 20 years in second-degree murder. Again, the family wanted first-degree murder and life in prison. It did not turn out their way. They are not happy about this decision, and the following 2 other suspects, Gregorio Cota of 23 years old and Johnny Valenzuela of 27 years old, are still pending. We currently do not have an update on them, only that they have pending court dates to determine what is the following steps for them. That is all of the information I currently have for you all. If you all want to follow us at kyma.com to learn more, as this is developing news and it is constantly changing. For now, I am reporting from outside of the Superior Court, and